Alright, so welcome back to TwinStick Garage. So in today's episode, I'm going to have to take my beautiful blue Peterbilt and put it outside. And the main reason for that is I got my friend Dallas. You can check him out on YouTube. It's Single Drive. He's going to show up here today. He's got his own towing company, and he's towing out of Valley View. And he's coming to Edmonton today, and he's bringing me the new cutoff for the Duke. Now, he could just leave it on the snow there, but what I was thinking is it would make more sense if I had the Peterbilt out of here, and then I could use this stall because he can back in here. He's going to bring it on a flat deck truck, and we can set the back cutoff clip on the concrete here, and then kind of have this room to work to bring the truck forward and bring the clip in. So old blue is going to have to sit outside, but it's kind of sad, but this truck's been outside most of its life, so I suppose it could spend a month or so out in the snow. I'll just put the caps on the stacks there to keep the snow out of it, and I just think we're going to need this space to swing that clip in there and be able to move around in the shop here. Yeah, I guess I should have built a bigger shop, but no big deal. We'll just get old blue out of here and make it work. Yeah. All right, so the first challenge is going to be this pile of snow in the front here. Now, what ends up happening is the front of the shop is actually south facing. And so the snow buildup on that black metal roof, if we get a warm day in the wintertime, or we get closer to spring, what ends up happening is the whole thing just slides off of there like an avalanche. And since it's falling 16 feet, it hits pretty hard here and becomes quite compressed. And the little snow blade on my side-by-side there just can't push it out of the way. So I usually just kind of plow beside it, plow the softer stuff out of the way, and I leave this hump. Now, obviously, those stacks are too high, and if I just try and drive over that hump, I'm going to end up whacking the top of the door there. So I guess first order of business is to hand shovel this out of here, break it all up, and then push it out of the way. All right, so next up, gotta check the oil and the coolant. Go. Go. Looks like she could use an oil change. All right. And then we got to add some air to the system so we can drive it out of here. Okay. All right, that's about 100 pounds of air in it. That should work to get us out the door. We're up all the way. Okay, I bet she starts right up. tell you how much I love this old truck. Words can't describe it. Oh, she's just a beauty. Alright, we'll idle her up a bit. Looks so good in the snow. I can't wait to get this thing painted. It's almost a crime to put this beautiful truck outside in the snow. But it's for a greater good. We got to get that back clip in there and weld it onto the ass end of the Duke. Alright. I'll stop dreaming of sunny summer days when I can drive it again down the road. Okay, man, that sucks to have to put it outside, but that's the way she goes. And I know a lot of guys complain and say, oh, you could just use 5-gallon pails. Well, that's true. With 5-gallon pails, bang on the pipes, it can scuff up the chrome in the wind. So that's why I got these. These are from Police Performance. They're not a sponsor, but it's a pretty slick setup. So it's just an 8-inch pipe. Goes over top, and then there's a hose clamp to hold it in place. And it'll help to keep the snow out of these pipes. Because winter's far from over here in Alberta. There, something like that. And yes, I will get to painting this truck, but right now I'm kind of focused on, well, Snowman's pretty much finished up. The truck's just about done. I still got to build the trailer come spring, and then I really want to get the Duke on the road so at least I can drive it and enjoy it. So we'll see. The problem with painting this truck is once I start with that, I got to take all the chrome off. So I got to take the pipes off, the air cans, I don't know, maybe the headlights, and once it starts, you can't really start driving it again until it's finished painting. And I'm worried all of my Saturdays are gonna get used for, like I say, the Snowman trailer and the Duke. So I may hold off painting this truck for another year, and I know that's probably gonna disappoint a lot of people, but that's the way she goes. I'll get to it eventually, and at least I can enjoy this truck. So, like I said, I almost wanna leave it in its current form, and then that'll be next year's project, is to paint that. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below. I'm sure there's going to be some people that don't like that decision, but like I say, that's just the way she goes. Sometimes I'm limited on how many Saturdays I have at my disposal. You know, that said, I will share one little tidbit or an idea that I'm working on. So Dallas, he doesn't miss a thing, and he was taking a look at this truck, and I don't know how I missed it. I've been working on this truck for, I don't know, damn near 5 years now, and I never noticed it. Well, I kind of noticed it, but I never really realized. So if you take a close look here, you see how the frame is thicker, and then it comes in and it tapers in. So it's actually, the rail is thinner here and wider there. So Dallas took a close look at it, and he goes, this frame's been cut off already. So if you look, it was cut, and they did a damn fine job of welding it. You can't even really notice that they just butt welded it in there. But this was actually a cutoff. So whoever did this, this truck was originally a 15 speed, so someone put a cutoff on it, and then they added the Brownie, the 6 and 4, because it was originally, like I say, a 15. So because, where I'm going with this, is because there's so much frame jacking on this truck, I tried to blast as much of it out as I could when I blasted this frame years ago, but it was still bugging me. So the rust jacking, and then also the hanger, the leaf spring has just chewed right into the hanger. So this hanger sits really low. And what I was thinking, what I'm contemplating, is depending how the cutoff on the Duke goes, I actually might cut this truck off. I've got a friend that might sell me his cutoff. It's got better gears. This thing's got 456s. That's the other thing that's got going against it. So what we could do is hack it off, and then if I get that clip, I think it's got 373s in it, which would be way better mileage, and I could get to use more of the gears on the 6 and 4. And what I might do is add a few more feet to this truck as well. Now I don't have a lot, I can't add a lot of length to this truck because it obviously won't fit in the garage, but I'm thinking we could probably add 3 feet to this truck, and boy, would that ever look sharp. So I'm kicking tires on it. Again, let me know what you think. 3 feet longer. Okay, and for those that aren't patrons and aren't following me along on Patreon, you might not be aware that the whole reason I'm digging this stuff out of here and making space for Dallas to come in here is to put a new Peterbilt airleaf clip on the ground from his 73 Kenworth that he cut off. And the reason is because remember there was cracks right in there on this frame. And so we're thinking what we might do is cut it off. Well, we'll probably cut it off at an angle. And I'm gonna try and add 6 or 7 feet of truck to the Duke. And now I'm aiming for a 300-inch wheelbase. I don't know if I'll get there for sure, but again, this build, I'm doing it on Patreon. So for those that want to support the channel and see what we're doing and catch all the cool episodes on this truck, we're gonna do some custom stainless steel 8-inch exhaust. Like I say, we're gonna do the extension on there. I'm gonna smooth out the frame. This is gonna be a beauty of a truck. So I will sprinkle the odd episode on YouTube for all my loyal viewers and fans out there. But again, if you wanna support the channel and you wanna see all the episodes of this build that I'm trying to get on the road by summer, go check out my Patreon. The link is in the top comment down below. All right, so I guess the last thing to do here is get this junk out of the way and maybe give the garage a little sweep and wait for Dallas to show up. All right, so we just got back from our steak dinner, and I think I hear Dallas on the Jakes. And there's the new back end for the Duke. That's one long truck, Dallas. Don't hit snow, man. Trying to run me over? So we'll raise this up and put her back in there and set it on the ground. Check that out. Peterbilt. It's on Kenworth aluminum rails, and it's a Peterbilt suspension. So someone modified that and put that on there. Now I do need to get the front. What'd you call that? The peanut for the front there?
Yeah.
The third member?
You might need that.
You took that for your truck?
Yeah, I blew it off on mine.
Well, how dare you?
But you could just weld the drive shaft right to that bottom one.
That'd work, wouldn't it? So this is Dallas's day job. doing the towing thing.
Nighttime.
Yeah, it's nighttime.
Nighttime is the right time.
Oh, look at this. You're gonna slide it right off in here? Does the deck come all the way back?
Further than this, yeah, but I just don't want it to run into the cab. We're going down there.
How are we gonna slowly release it? Oh, you got a winch on there?
I got a winch, but
Oh, yeah, well, I'm new to this.
it's gonna let me run straight into the button and it's wrong.
It'll take out one of my posts.
Like, we're waiting here all day. Get it off there. Let's go.
Come on, I already gave you the steak dinner.
See that little air switch on the side that runs the freewheel? You just hit that.
That's got it. This one here that looks like an air switch? I can do that. The brakes are on. It's not going to go that far. They're definitely worse.
I just wondering how Blake and I are gonna move this stupid thing around to get it lined up to the rails on the Duke, but we'll worry about that another day.
Yeah, that big gantry crane. Well, I guess it's you can't move that truck really, eh?
Well, we're gonna bring it forward a little. How are you keeping it straight there, Dallas? Is that real talent or what?
It's gonna be kind of straight. It's gonna be on that side of it. We'll make it.
Yeah, if you're ever around Valley View and you need towing, Andy's Towing is a company to call. Dallas will help you out.
How many tires are on that side?
Oh, it's starting to go crooked?
Straighten it out once we get to the bottom.
Yeah, she's coming a little crooked. We'll edit that out, Dallas. How you gonna straighten it out?
I'll show you.
Trade secret.
I'm learning here tonight. Wish we could hurry up so we can close the door.
Dallas!
Turn the heat on.
Heat isn't free, okay? It only works under pressure. So you get yell a little bit.
Yeah.
That's going to be a long cab. 300 cab.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
But long but cool.
have you ever driven a 300-inch truck?
No.
I drove one once.
It's gonna be like this to try and go around a corner.
I hauled triaxle Timpy Grain Trail
Hey,
with a
Blake.
298-inch wheelbase.
Yeah.
It was rapid.
You coming to inspect what you get to weld here, Blake? Changed my mind. Dallas, load it back up. Blake says you can't weld it. You can haul it back. Oh, that'll be perfect. I'm kidding. How are we going to push it in? Oh, you walk it back with the deck. The man knows what he's doing. It's almost like he's done this before.
I was thinking, like, come here, come on down right through the middle, and then that way we get bolted on both sides.
And use the bracket to actually bolt over the weld.
Like kind of an exterior fishbowl too, then, right? You got a block of wood there?
Yeah. Look at that, I don't even need mud flaps. Perfect. Thank you, Dallas.
Really rough, but I'm getting a good one.
That is slick. So yeah, like I was saying, going from the old torsion bar suspension to proper airbags. It's actually the same 4-bag setup that's on my Pete, because of course it's a Pete suspension. That bag looks like it might be a little buggered. But what's interesting is, if you look at these hangers, remember my Pete from earlier in the video? they're all eaten into by this leaf spring, whereas these ones are in really good shape. So other than some sandblasting and some paint, maybe some new bushings, she should be good to go. Now, like I said, Dallas stole the front part of the third member out of here, but I'm sure my friends over at the gear center can hook me up with that. So the bigger challenge is going to be welding these rails up. But Blake will figure it out, right?